It's 10 p.m. Time for the Good Life Radio Show with John Robert Quinn and Ben Godinez. The Good Life Radio Show is sponsored by Pest Control Center. Now, welcome to the show.
Stop making YouTube videos and driving. As I'm going to put this on YouTube right now. Welcome to the Good Life Radio Show. I am your co-host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And John Robert Quinn.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I am legendary.
Google him, the man, the myth, the legend, and you're going to get a big, nice, hunky picture of John Robert Quinn.
You know, the hardest thing to, when I look myself up, when you go to images, Google Images, is just a bunch of big pictures of ego. Not sure what ego looks like, but
that's just
try
it. You just smell it in the air. Hey, we have a special guest in the studio here. We have my good friend and young entrepreneur, Robert Ferguson, in the house. Welcome, Robert.
Hey, thank you. How you guys doing today?
Very good, my friend. Very good. I'm glad to have you here. We have an exciting show for you guys. Rob is literally an inspiration, and I wanted to bring him on the show because he's doing some amazing things in the community. He's a young entrepreneur that has multiple businesses and nonprofits that we're going to get to know him a little bit better today.
I want to poke a little fun at him first, though, because we always have to poke fun at our guests.
Yeah.
What's up with the glasses?
Oh, my lensless glasses?
He has lensless glasses. He has black frame Urkel glasses with no lenses.
Here's the funny thing, though, is that mine are actually prescription glasses, but I had to get them one less than my actual eyesight because the doctor couldn't get my eyes any better, but I had to look smarter. So I had to actually wear glasses that make my eyesight worse. So it is kind of an image thing, right? I mean, glasses obviously add something.
And how
they do.
And how much did you pay for those?
$200 or whatever it was. That's even after all of the.
Rob, how much did you pay for your lensless glasses?
Like $2.
$2, yeah.
Well, he's a little smarter than I am when it comes to spending.
Yeah, well, possibly.
And we're also filming. We've got some insane cameras in here. We're going to be filming. We're going to do 2 versions of this show, and it's going to be interesting to see what a real cinematographer is actually going to do with filming.
He's basically advertising himself right now.
Seriously.
This is your tryouts right now, Keith. All right, man.
You want to do your name and phone number on the air real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What do we got? Here, come on over here.
My name's Keith Halterman. Phone number is 916-400-1334.
And this is a pro, guys.
And
If you guys need a real photographer, that's who we're. That's.
So we're doing.
Look at the equipment.
All right, let's get into Rob, man. So, Rob, give us a little bit of a backstory, how you got started as an entrepreneur, and kind of how we know each other too.
Okay, well, how we know each other? Well, me and you, we go way back from high school.
Yeah.
We're all Hayward kids.
Yeah, Castro Valley, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm Hayward first, and then trickled over to Castro Valley. So
right.
I'm Hayward first.
We're at in Hayward.
So right over by. Are you familiar with the?
I was off at Tennyson.
Oh, you were off at Tennyson.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Well, I was over by the police station.
Okay,
So
got
I went
it.
to Park
like
Elementary.
A Street and all that.
Yeah,
So I went to
pretty-
Tyrell Elementary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
hood.
In the hood.
Hey, made in Hayward.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to follow those movements.
All right,
yeah.
so
Thanks.
all right, back on top. Sorry, skating. All right, I'm shortcut skating.
Yes, skating. Well, that's how you and I know each other. We skated for the same team at McGillicuddy back in the day.
That's right.
Got you on board with there, and then unfortunately, lots of the friends and peers, they kind of fell off. I stayed with it as I progressed forward, picked up more sponsors, and continued to grow. What ended up happening was I ended up just created my own business out of it. I started my own Rob Skate Academy, started my own brand.
What's Rob Skate Academy? What is that?
Ooh, man, so that's multi-level. So the core of the Rob Skate Academy actually focuses behind teaching young kids and teens how to skate safely and properly. The other segment of the Rob Skate Academy, this is actually something that you're not aware of. We're inside charter schools and other different centers to where we actually teach entrepreneurship. So we teach kids how to create their own brand from start to finish, whether it's clothing, skateboard, but something within that realm. And it's a 6-month program that these kids do and take.
So you teach them how to skate, you teach them how to start a business, teach them how to market and brand themselves, all between the ages of what?
So as young as 2.5 to as old as like 24.
That's
we
crazy.
mostly focus on.
So he's creating little Mary Kate and Ashley Olsons all over the Bay Area.
All over the world, man. All over the world.
That's right. But I mean, you're also a public figure now. You know, talk to us about what you're doing in the community as well.
Well, I like to focus on my philanthropic works because, being born and raised in Hayward area, we didn't have many outlets growing up as a kid. So I find it really important to give back to the community and really important to just do what you can to empower the youth and to give them more outlets and give them more things to just kind of utilize and use their creativity so that way they don't go in the wrong paths like a lot of us have done so without those proper outlets. So with that being said, I do lots of mentorship, lots of public speaking. I do lots of talks, lots of philanthropic talks anywhere from elementary again all the way up to college. I set up every year. I do free events, 4 cities citywide that's solely funded through myself, whether it's cleanup, like doing like a park cleanup or resurfacing basketball courts or doing some type of public awareness that's needed within a city, but having it with like a fun-filled event that people are going to gravitate and acknowledge.
Yeah, I mean, you do like he does like you remember the skate like competitions, growing up when you were a skater. Like he hosts Cali Am Jam, if you're familiar with that, where you actually have pros and big companies come and sponsor the event or showcase their skaters.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cali Am Jam, that's owned by myself and professional skater, like living legend Carl Watson, and a good name to actually kind of draw from that, a success story would be Miles Silvas, who's locally here in Sacramento. He's now a huge-time pro for Adidas, Organica, and I mean this. Like he's making. He's
a recent pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's recent pro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I've kind of been
he
following
was
him
found through
the Cali Am Jam.
Yep.
My favorite of all time is always going to be Mike Vallely. Always.
Yeah, that
Element
right
skateboards.
there, Mike Vallely. You are Mike Vallely in the flesh. What is Mike Vallely doing nowadays?
He's an
Quinn.
actor. He's an actor.
You're Mike Vallely.
Yeah,
He was in The Hangover, and I was like, no way.
That's right, he was.
He's had several guest appearances in a couple.
And he did that the Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's had a couple guest appearances.
Love Mike Vallely.
Dude,
Oh,
he's one heck of a
Yeah, great
personality.
guy.
You remember he was on the old Thrasher 411? You remember?
Oh yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
that was a great video.
So that's awesome, man. So you're involved in the community, not just skateboarding, but mentorship. You're inspiring the youth. Tell us about what projects that you have coming down the road.
Ooh, all right. So a couple projects. I'm bringing more chalk art and music festivals to lots of cities across the nation. Have one that's going to be a huge one that's going to be commenced over at Drexel University, which is over in Philadelphia. That's going to happen in August. That's one of the major ones with that underlining. Other events, again, still have the Cali Am Jam, focusing here mostly on the Bay Area.
Okay.
There's
just tons. So basically, they're going to need to follow you in order to get connected with all these events, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so how do they get connected with you? What's the best way for people to follow you?
Well, everybody in the media realm knows me as Rob Skate. So Instagram, Rob_skate, Facebook, Rob Skate, Twitter, Rob Skate, website, robskate.com.
We Googled Rob Skate last night, and we go under images, and Rob Deirdrick is all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is great. We were talking about that shared marketing that he gets from that.
No, I get so much
But
foot
Adidas
traffic.
or DC dropped him. I don't know if you saw that report.
I did not.
Yeah, so I guess
Whoa.
Quicksilver owns DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're having financial problems in a restructure, and they dropped Rob Dyrdek
Did not know that.
after
That was years. He's been with us
20
for-
years or
Wow.
18 years or something.
It
Something
would
like that.
easily be something around like
So
that.
we're going to go to a commercial break and come right back.
All right, stay with us on the Good Life Radio Show.
Now, back to the Good Life Radio Show, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show. I'm your co-host, Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And his mouth is full with these cupcakes. I'm going to do like the whole Happy Gilmore. These wonderful cupcakes from Cupcake Craving. No, the Cupcake Craving, these guys over at 2100 Arden Way, 916-923-5995. These are the best cupcakes in town, not because they have our faces on them. Apparently, when you eat Ben's face, your clothes get a lot smaller, and then when you eat mine, your clothes get a lot bigger. Though when you eat them in real life,
you sure they don't fit a lot smaller when they eat your side?
I don't know.
Because you're growing as you eat these.
When you eat
They're
Ben's
so good.
side, you have to buy your clothes at Babies R Us.
Yeah, it's actually Baby Gap. Okay, get it straight. But go see them. They're fantastic. They're the only place that I enjoy eating cheese, and that's their cream cheese filling.
By the way, those people with the vouchers, they were absolutely thrilled that that they came in for the Good Life cupcakes.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. They're very supportive of the show. They've got a good product, and they are the best cupcakes in town. Here, see?
Fantastic.
Best in town.
All
All right.
So
let's go back to work.
as we get back into Rob Ferguson here with Rob Skate Academy, Rob Skate, one of the main reasons I wanted to bring you on the show, Rob, is because you truly are an inspiration to not only the kids and the community that you impact across the world, but to other entrepreneurs and other people. And I wanted to grasp a tiny fragment of that. So we've got your friend now and what you would call brother Wayne on the line, and he's going to be waiting for us for a minute. But Rob, tell me what is your passion when it comes to people? Like, why would you even start a nonprofit? What is, what's behind all these companies and everything that you do?
Well, the main focus is the main thing behind the passion, the drive, and behind every single nonprofit or anything that I get involved with is really just solely to see others grow. I love seeing individuals just become all that they can potentially be. Actually, I take that back. I hate the word potential.
I want to see people do it.
Exactly.
I don't want to see people try. I want to see them do it.
Absolutely. Potential just pretty much means that something's there that's just not being utilized. So, again, I like to take those and take away that what would be said potential and just make them into the best success stories as they can possibly be for them to be the best individual. And that's what I care about. And so that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me driving. Anyone who is around me, if I know you or not, like if we do any type of interaction, I'm going to do all I can to get you to where you want to be. And if I don't personally have some type of connection or some type of thing that I can personally do, then what I end up doing is I will connect you with somebody to further help you if I am not that source.
Right.
So, and that's how I get my fix, is just seeing others grow.
I think that's a good life right there. And you're going to see an example of that. So let's get Wayne on the line. Wayne, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing great today. How you gentlemen doing?
Very good. Welcome to the Good Life Radio Show, man. I heard your story last night, and I just like to kind of unpack that again. So tell me real quick, Wayne, what was your background, or what were you doing before you met Rob?
I was on drugs. I was homeless. I was living in a car. I lost my kids to CPS. Wasn't working. I just absolutely had nothing going for me at all. I was just... Wow. I was there. I was just like a void.
You were the person that most people would drive by and go, oh, pity him.
Exactly. I was the type of person that people just drive by, just not even just glance, look, laugh, and just keep going. It's like they paid no attention. It's like I didn't exist.
Wow. Before I ask you how you met Rob, how did you come to living on the streets? What brought you to that point?
Drug use, methamphetamines.
Yeah.
And basically a family member turned us in. At the time, I thought it was, just, this is, horrible what they did. But as things progressed for me, I realized it was a blessing. They did me a favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I lost my kids, and, I was homeless. I lost my house, everything.
Wow. So you were at a very broken place. You were probably at rock bottom.
I below rock bottom, yeah.
You were living under a rock, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
I felt like scum under a rock, correct.
Wow. And then the day came where you met Rob. How did that interaction take place?
Oh, wow. It was on a Friday night. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was such an impact on my life, meeting Rob. It was on Friday night. He was in town. A friend of him was just showing him the sights of Sacramento. And like I said, I was living in a car behind this bar in Sacramento area. And at the time, my girlfriend was with me, and she wanted to get a glass of water before we went to bed. So we walked in the bar to, go get a glass of water and all that. And I was sitting down, and Rob's friend, Brian, he come up and just started talking to me like he knew me. And we started talking, and at the time I smoked cigarettes, so I got up and walked out to smoke a cigarette. My girlfriend followed. And Brian come out, and he was sitting there talking to us a little bit, and he kind of overheard our conversation of where we were going to go that night. And just out of the blues, he just said, "Hey, can you run me up to the store up here?" And I didn't know him, but I said, no gas, but sure, let's do it. So out of respect for Rob being his friend, not knowing me, because I know there's, people out there, I walked in and I just introduced myself to him and said, this is your boy. I'm just taking him up to the store. I promise you I'll bring him back, no worries. And Rob shook my head and said, thank you. Well, we went up there, and Brian ended up going to the ATM, and he came back, and he jumped in the back seat of the car, and he slapped some cash down on the center console and said, hey, why don't you two get a room tonight? Get off the street to get yourself a shower. And I was dropped. My jaw dropped. At the time, my girlfriend, she started crying because nobody's ever offered anything like that. Wow. And so we took her back to the bar. I walked in. I said, hey, here's your boy. He's back safe. And we just started talking a little bit. By this time, the bars get ready to close. So we all just, kind of, as a little group, everybody just left together. But as everybody left, it was Rob, Brian, myself, and my ex. We were all just standing out front talking. And I remember Rob making a few comments that night. Just he kept looking at Brian, and Brian looked at him. They said, one at a time. I was just thinking that was kind of weird. And then finally I asked Robert, I said, Rob, what's this one at a time? He says, that's what I like to do. I like to help. He says, you can't do it all at once, but you can help one at a time. And I thought that was like, wow. And he says, you look like a pretty big guy. He says, have you ever done any security work? And I said, no. But I said, I'm up for the task. And he's all, you work? And I said, no, I've got nothing. And he says, well, here's my number. He says, you call me at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. He says, I'll give you all the information. He said, I would like you to work one of the doors at one of my events. And so 10 o'clock in the morning, I called. Rob answered. He gave me all the information, and it was working one of his skate competitions at Epic Indoor Skate Park in Rockland. And he said, it's in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks, I called him the day before. He said, it's still to go. I went, I showed up, and I worked the event for him. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, my life has changed. So I told Rob that night before he left, I said, you're giving me a chance here to do something for you. And I said, I promise you, I will not let you down ever. Wow. I give you my word.
That's unbelievable.
He just gave you one opportunity, one chance.
One opportunity. The act of one man's kindness literally changed my whole life.
That's unbelievable.
That's incredible. So, I mean...
It's not unbelievable. It happened.
Right?
I can't believe it. It happens. But
so he took a chance on you.
And just him putting a chance on me and believing in me gave me the strength to start thinking about my life and changing. And then I learned to believe in myself.
Right.
Because as I progressed and I kept working, Epic ended up putting me on their payroll. And I started working full time.
And now you've got a job. Now you're back on your feet. You've got an apartment on your own.
A beautiful apartment in Roseville area.
See, look at that. All because Rob gave you an opportunity, and I feel like that's the message that we want to take away here today, Wayne. And I appreciate you sharing that because that's so inspiring, and not to put Rob up on a huge pedestal, although he deserves it. But that's what we should be all doing.
Far from it.
I mean, we really should all be doing that.
Hey, Wayne, it's been a pleasure, bud. We'll reconnect again in the future. Keep your chin up. Let's just keep moving along. And, wow, your story is very inspiring.
Yeah, we thank you so much for being with us for the short time that we have, and we look forward to getting to know you a little bit more in the future.
Being friends to being family.
There you go.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks so much, Wayne.
If anybody's out there listening, if you see somebody, don't hesitate. Reach out, give them a helping hand.
There you go.
Bad things happen to good people. Everybody can use a second chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Wayne.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right, buddy. So I want to, before we go to break, I want to get into our Marcus Wood Mortgage Minute. He's got some very, very important news for us. You got the clip there, bud?
Happy Monday. It's February 8th, 2016. Today marks the day that interest rates dip down below 4%. This is that time you've been waiting on. I've been waiting on it. you're going to get a message from me this way, and maybe you'll even get a voicemail message from me today. So, hey, if you have time, hop online, let me know where you're at. If you have an interest rate anywhere over 4%, now's the time to take a look at it. This is an opportunity just to save money. Consolidate your debt, refinance, strip that old mortgage insurance off, get into something more comfortable. Now's the time to do it. Call me today. You can reach me here, 916-394-5856, or better yet, go to my website, marcuswood.com, marqueswood.com. Hey, if you're a past Paramount client, of course, I'm going to take care of all your closing costs. I'll even pay for your appraisal. Call me today or go to my website. I'll see you soon. Take care.
Marcus is just on fire. I mean, this dude, and again, there's the birds tweeting in the background.
Per the
Marcus
usual.
Wood, MarquesWood. Interest rates are down below 4%.
How is that possible? Again, yeah, you didn't think after the Fed raised the rate a quarter point, everybody expected them to jump right back up, but in fact,
Dude,
they actually went back down.
Give him a call. Let him show you what he can do. He's just saving his neighbors money. And just like Paramount Equity Way, that's just the way they work.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial break. We will be right back.
We'll be right back here. Thanks so much for being with us, Rob.
Oh, absolutely.
Follow
It's been
him,
a pleasure.
Rob_Skate.